Hi, it's Layperson Lisa. Welcome to the Deacon Dave and Layperson Lisa show. So we're continuing our Advent podcast on water, and today's subject or topic is cloudy water. Where are we confused about things? So when we're confused about things, we can ask questions. Why is this happening? How come it has to be this way? What do I need to do to fix it? And so I know sometimes with my own struggles and wounds, I can ask God, like, why can't you heal me of this? And it could be frustrating, it can be discouraging, but I read a few books this past, actually Lent, so the previous penitential season, where it was about surrender. It was about trusting in God. It was about allowing God to draw us closer to Him through what we're experiencing, through what we're going through. And when I was reading these books, my question to, like, okay, Lord, why won't you heal me of this? To how are you calling me to be purified of this? How are you calling me to grow in deeper relationship with you? How are you trying to prune me of these things? Sometimes, well, not sometimes. When I ask God to help me grow in patience, when I ask God to help me grow in humility, He gives me these opportunities. And when He gives me these opportunities, I'm not always open to them. I'm not always seeing them as opportunities, like, hey, I asked for this, but I'm not taking advantage of using this for me to grow in holiness. I'm using, when I'm experiencing it, I'm like, okay, why is this happening? Lord, how come I'm doing this again? How come I'm not moving forward? Instead of like, okay, Lord, I asked for this. So that's why, you're giving me all these opportunities so that I may be grow in holiness in this situation, so that I may be pruned of these things that I have attachments to. And so when we allow ourselves to change the question from why is this happening? Why are you allowing me to be this way? Why did you why did you let me go through this? To, okay, Lord, I know you're using this in some way. Help me to see it. Help me to have clarity. Help me to understand. But help me to grow closer to you. Help me to be a saint, right? Because God creates us all to be saints. And because saints are who makes it to heaven, right? Only saints are in heaven, not just the canonized saints. Yes, they lived a life of heroic virtue on earth. And that's a question that we could ask. But we're all called to be saints. But a question that we could ask ourselves is like, okay, how can this situation help me grow in heroic virtue? How can I better deal with this situation or trial with heroic virtue? And the more that we spend time with Jesus, and the more that we offer our whole selves to Him, the more that we're willing to take these crosses that will help us to be holier, help us to be saints, so that we are united with God in heaven when we pass from this world to the next. It can help us not to be discouraged by the cloudy water, but to see that the cloudy water's opportunities to see more clearly how God is calling us to be drawn to Him. And so this Advent, where are you confused in your life? And you're asking God why? Try asking Him, how are you using this for me to draw closer to you? How are you using this for me to grow in heroic virtue? How are you calling me to be like Jesus in this situation? And when we do that, at least for myself, when I change the question from why to how are you calling me to be, it helps me be less confused. It helps me to be more trustful of what the situation is, and it helps me not get discouraged. And so offer these areas of confusion to God this Advent to receive clarity and a deeper understanding of how He's drawing you closer to Him.